The Bros Films channel, bringing you some more from the depths. First of all, I'm going to go into full screen so I can play a little bit easier. Okay, apply changes, boom, we're in. So today we're probably going to be going through the designer, and we're probably going to be working on designing some ships, because as you guys saw with our last campaign, we were very unprepared. We did not have any ships to defend ourselves, and we ended up losing because of that. So, today, we will be designing some ships. So let's go straight into the campaign. Let me just select a character. Who's my best profile? Probably be level 1. This guy's level 3. Okay, so we're gonna go straight in with Alex, which is gonna be my new profile for today. Hey, what's up, Wings Unlimited? Today, we are going to be designing some new ships, because I'm pretty sure you saw our last campaign, but if you didn't, we lost and we didn't have anything prepared. So today we are going to be working on getting prepared. So let's start off by first of all building a platform to design weapons. And I'm just going to put this all the way up first. All the way up to the most. Okay. We got some blocks real quick. Some wood blocks, sorry. I'm just trying to find materials. Okay, and let me just put down the centerpiece. And there we go. So, we're probably going to be working on a few cannon designs that I've had in mind. So, first one we can try is making some sort of cram cannon, which is a good starting if you want to blow big holes in ships and get huge explosions. And then we might work on a Gatling gun design as well. As of now, it's all very experimental, so I'm just trying to build out this little platform so we can tell where to put our cannons. I'm gonna start after this live stream. I'm only gonna do live streams when I'm designing new ships, and I'm going to be doing videos for campaign mode, because I want you guys to help design the ships as well. So let's just get this big platform set up. It takes a little bit of time, unfortunately, because I'm not a building master, and I'm not sure if there's any faster way to actually do it.
Thanks for 211 subscribers.
Yeah. Okay, so platform's basically done, I think. I just gotta hook these two pieces up, and then we can start working on designing the cram cannon, possibly. Did you knock that off? Possibly a Gatling gun, and then a few, we can look at some other ships and see what they do for their cannons. I don't know, possibly, I'm not sure. I really want to design a ship first with some decent guns, because we need something to play the campaign with. Can you knock that off? What are you trying to do? You're gonna leave, right? Okay, I'll give a little 5-minute break real quick, and then wait for the noise before I start talking again.
Continue, it's not that.
No, I can't even hear myself when
You forgot why this is.
I'm going to just add a few more to the side before I start going into detail.
Or are you making ship pants?
I'm not even building a ship, Gabe. I just want to make a video right now. I'm going to delete this. Yeah, I know there's an annoying clicking in the background. Sorry about that. I'm waiting for Gabe to leave the room. He's just messing with equipment on the floor, and it's really bothering me. And I can't even work. I know. So I'm gonna possibly restart the live stream real quick, because I have this set up. So just give me a minute. I'm gonna possibly restart it if I know how.
It's F4,
I know, because what is F4? Okay, let me just get this into full screen, and we're gonna start the live stream. Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome back to a From the Depths live stream. Today we are going to be designing some cannons, artillery, and maybe a few ships, but mostly the cannons, because if you haven't seen our last live stream with the failing of the campaign because we had no ships ready, and they bring in one of their motherships, which was a Barracuda, and it kind of destroyed us. So today we're gonna work on some cram cannons, possibly some smaller ones and then some larger ones. So let's work on a tiny cram cannon design. Let's load in. Let's place a new object. We're gonna go with a 2-axis turret right here. And let's see if we can make a tiny cram cannon. Just to, like, so we can place these wherever we want to on our ship. And make it look as well. Hey, welcome, Nuker, to the stream. We are playing some From the Depths here, and we're going to be working on a cram cannon. Which, I forget what it stands for, but it's an actual thing in real life that they actually have. It's like compressed rockets, artillery, mortar. I don't know. I'm making that up, but there's a real thing. Look it up if you want to know what it stands for. So we'll start with, I don't know. Let's get some blocks here so we can elevate our firing piece by possibly just too high, and then let's go with a firing piece. Maybe firing piece should be a little bit further up, but, you know. Okay. Firing piece can go right there. So let's go get the cram cannon firing piece, put it right there, and then we'll do a 6-way connector behind it. Let's get these down on each side. And then let's put some gauge increasers all around it. So, gauge increaser on this side. Put a few gauge increasers because I'm trying to make the most compact cram cannon that I possibly can. So then we'll go for an autoloader, which can, and we'll put them right there, and then we can take a ammo box. Oh, I have these facing the wrong way, apparently. And we'll take an ammo box, put them right there, and then we'll take some high explosive pellets, and there's a tiny cram cannon. That's as compact as I want to make it. And then we'll go for did I just equip this onto my 5? Ah. Oh well. A motor-driven barrel. It increases the velocity. And then the recoil on this thing is, 38,000. Let's see if we can bring that down to maybe... Recoil is kind of high on this thing. We bring it down below 20,000. This thing is going to be so much recoil. And then the rest can be barrel, I guess, because... we need to attach them. There you go. There's a tiny cram cannon. And then we'll armor it up real quick with some metal plating. So let's get either some metal beams or slopes. I want to do slopes to make this thing look more sleek. And we'll get a three slope. Just like that. And then the rest of this will probably be 3 sloped all around. Or especially on the sides. Just gotta defend the bottom turret here. Because, you know, probably get some more 3 slopes going. Yep, that's looking pretty good, I'd say. And then we can get some of these more slopes down back here. Okay, and let's get some more. Yep, and that is a tiny cram cannon. Look at that. That looks actually pretty good, in my opinion. And then we'll armor up the back real quick in case it does turn around. And then we'll get some corners on this thing to make it look a little bit better. And we'll get a 3 corner on this one. Right there. That looks pretty sick. That looks good. Looks really good. So this will be one of the cram cannons. Now we're gonna go test it out on some things as well. But I did miss a few major components of this thing that I kind of want to put on here now. So let's go back to the cram cannon real quick. Let's go for the predictor. And we'll put it back there. And then we'll just take a 3 slope to help, you know, transition it down. So there it goes. Perfect. This thing looks like a beast. Now we don't have any fleet colors. Now, unfortunately, we can try to get some green on here, because if we did have to choose, I'm gonna go with green. Okay, let's go for if our fleet did have to choose colors, green would be my color of choice. And then the rest of this looks pretty good. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot, this cannon. Now let's test it out, because I'm not sure how well it will do. I'm hoping it will be good. I just have to find out how to select. Yep, there we go. Awesome. And now we're back there. This looks pretty good. Okay, now let's test it out. I didn't put a local weapon controller on it yet. Probably should put one on here. So let's just take a... Nah, let's not do it right now. Okay, let's see. Press Q. Warp. We'll put down some ammo barrels behind some metal blocks. for safety reasons. You know, we'll expand the space just by a little bit. Okay, and then one. Awesome. And we're almost done with the ammo hold real quick. We'll make it one more higher for simplicity's sake, just so we can have more space. Perfect. Then we'll double layer the walls. Because I'm going to spawn in some ships for this cannon to go against, and I don't want them targeting the ammo hold and blowing up all the ammo storage. So this is the reason why I have it like this. Okay, and then we'll fill it up with some ammo. And then let's go over to resources, ammo, and then we'll just go into the metal blocks, grab some 3 beams. Hey, welcome Jason to the stream. Right now, if you don't know what's going on, I was playing the campaign earlier on a stream this week, and we were not ready because we failed and we lost. We had no ships built. So today we are building some cannons, and we're testing to see how we're just testing with some cannons. I built this one right now. I don't know how good it is, so we're just about to test it. It seems like it's loaded and ready to go. So let's go straight into it, because if this is good, we'll put this cannon on a few of our ships in future builds. This is a pretty good one. You can just fit like a few of them right next to each other. They're small, they're compact, but how good are they? So let's load in a from the Neater, Deepwater Guard. Let's load in a baby paddle gun, and we'll put them on the enemy's team. And we're gonna turn them off.
Turning off.
Now we didn't hook up any AI yet, so it's not gonna target it. I do have a predictor right here, but I don't know if it can see. I guess it could. Okay, I just gotta grab a 3 slope real quick. I'm gonna set up an AI on this thing, like right now, so we can see how it will do against it. AI is gonna be super easy to set up. I'm just gonna go over on this thing. I'm going to attach a... Oh, thank you, thank you. I know, it's a cram cannon. I don't know what it stands for. They're real things, the cram cannons. But this one is a high explosive cram cannon that I designed using the parts. It's pretty detailed inside. But I'm gonna set up a small local weapon controller right here on the side. I don't know if it will affect it, but we can try putting it in the front real quick. I kind of want to put it in the back. You know, we'll put it in the back and we'll see if that affects it at all. Which it probably will, but so because I want it to be able to lean backwards. So you know what? It's gonna go right there. We'll put a failsafe on it, and then we'll put a wireless receiver right there, and then we're gonna go back over here It can still lean up pretty high. See, look how big this shell is. It's a cram cannon. It's red, which means it's high explosive. So when it hits something, it's gonna leave a pretty big mark. And then you got the local weapon controller attached to the front. Okay, and then we're just gonna put an AI back here. Very simple AI setup. We're just gonna go over here and we're gonna put down a mainframe. And then a connector, a few connectors. We'll put a card slot on both sides. Put a naval card slot, even though this is not a naval ship. Target selection. And aim selection. So that should be pretty good. Then we're going to put a receiver on it. Or a transmitter, I meant. Okay, so now the thing should be hooked up. If I put this thing in the combat mode, it should start attacking for us. Okay, it's shooting, but it's not aiming at the enemy. Let me go into options real quick. Let me go into game configuration. We're gonna put this at 1. Now it should be better. It says it's hooked up, right? Controlling one weapon. If I put AI in combat, it should fire. Maybe it's too far.
Engaging now.
Recoil on this thing is still pretty crazy. Reload time. Oh, that's the problem. Okay, it wasn't connected. The aiming thing that I had on here was not connected, so it wasn't sure where to aim at. Okay, I just connected it right now. So, I mean, it looks a little bit bulkier, but I don't care. It still looks pretty good. Sorry about that. Let me just turn off. I was getting a Skype call offline. Okay. Hey, welcome Javante. Welcome Virus to the stream. Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna re-explain what I'm doing. So last campaign we were playing and we were just like, this should be easy. We're gonna take out some ships. Unfortunately, we had nothing built. So what we're doing is we're building some cannons to put on the ships beforehand. So this is a miniature cram cannon that I designed. It looks pretty good. It's sleek, but we don't know how much damage it does because it is small. So I wasn't allowed to put as many internals as I wanted to. So if I put this on AI, it should start firing, right? If the AI is on. I don't know if we're firing at it. We're on combat. Okay, we'll destroy enemy vehicle, and we'll spawn one much closer.
Turning off.
Oh, dang, that was one shot from our cram cannon. Literally blew up this... Okay, we gotta watch that again, So, cram cannon shell, right here. It's already dead, but watch. It's not as good as I wanted it. Okay, we'll try that again. I wasn't sure what happened. I'm not sure if this cram cannon is even good enough. Okay, so we'll turn it off.
Gun reading. Turn it off.
Okay, it's gonna take a few hits. Okay, so there's the cram cannon shell. Really does nothing to it. That's what I was afraid of. This cannon was a little bit too weak. Okay, I'm gonna let it fire again. Yeah, this thing's a little bit too weak for it to do what we want it to. Okay, what we'll do to make it have more explosive damage, we're gonna rip off the back right here. I mean, it's only got, that's true, it's only got one set of explosive. So we're gonna take off this armor. All of this is armor. So we're gonna put a bit more. These are connectors, right? Or those are gauge increasers. So here's all the armor behind it. So these are all gauge increasers. We can increase the gauge a little bit more. So let's go over here and let's actually build one. Okay. So the gauge is like the size of the shell and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it like that. Remove those two off the side. And put more explosive in. That should make it more explosive and a bigger shell. But it did increase the reload time to 11 seconds. Okay, let's see how the next shell fires. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put more suppression on it. And I'm going to add a longer barrel. That's a much better gun. I didn't really get to see that, but I think it turned out to be a lot better. So you saw the petty shots it was firing before. Now let's compare it to these new shots that we're just about to add.
Gun turning off.
Okay, here's the new cannon. We just added a bit more high explosive to it, and we increased the size of the bullet. Now look at that. Let's watch it. Much bigger explosion. Much bigger explosion. Definitely. I'm more happy with this. It still is a small cannon, so I mean, you're not gonna.
You know how to fix that?
Yeah,
Reset the stream.
I know.
I have no idea why it does.
Well, I'm streaming right now.
So it works.
I don't know. I can't tell if it's working. Nope. Yeah. I know. Okay. So, it's working now. But, we got some bad news. I don't know if you guys could hear what I was saying when I sounded like a alien for those few minutes. What I said is we lost our cram cannon that we just designed because the game crashed, which is fine. We'll restart. That cannon was no good anyways. It looked cool, but if it wanted to be more effective, we needed to make it it needed to have more high explosive, which it did not. The high explosive on that cram cannon was not so good considering it was a cram cannon, which is supposed to tear big chunks out of ships. That thing could barely penetrate the wooden armor on a paddle boat, so we're definitely going to be trying to fix that. I'm just going to rebuild a new working platform real quick. And I'm going to save the working platform. Okay, about done real quick. Okay, and there we go. And then the rest can just be filled in with some magic. So magic will be filling in the rest of this for us. We're not going to have to wait much longer. Just trying to speed up the magic process. Okay, and when this fills up, we're going to save this ship, and we're going to call it the test platform. Okay, save vehicle as test platform. Now we can build on here. He watches the stream, but I don't really think he supervises it. Like, the armor piercing is really good for the advanced cannons, which we haven't tried building one yet. I wanted to build a Gatling gun that could be pretty good at stripping off the armor. I've designed one previously before, so it might be pretty cool. So let's go in with a wood beam real quick. And then we'll put the advanced firing piece right here. And then right after it, you're going to want this recoil flash suppression. Motor driven barrel I use, and then the rest is recoil, because these guns have such a high recoil. Can never use enough of them. And barrel increases the accuracy. Okay, so 6-way connector. I'm going to try and get I don't want to screw this up, so we'll put down a 6-way connector on both sides. Okay, and then on either one of these sides we'll put in a autoloader. Like that. And then the rest can be done with the ammo boxes, which go on this side. And this side. And then we're going to put down the high explosive pellets. all along the top here. And we're going to want to get some gauge increasers. Yeah. Well, the first ship will still be called the BFS Virus, I'm hoping. I'm just trying to get some gauge increaser port. Are these gauge increasers connected? Okay, apparently all these are connected. So the gauge of the gun is pretty good. I don't know if this connects them. I know what can though if we get it. Then all those would be connected. And then we'll add, what's the recoil on this thing? It's got a pretty high recoil. Dang. I don't really want to put anything on this first row though. So I think this is just going to be dead space. That did help minimize the recoil quite a bit. But I think we're going to put a few more of these recoils on here. It can't be all recoil, you know what I'm saying? Because then we're not going to have a very effective gun. So then the rest can be barrel. Because it does slow down the bullet quite a bit, and I don't want that. We'll experiment with the barrel later, but I think this will be the overall design of the gun. It's not going to get any much more complicated. Yep, that's good enough. That's good enough. That's a huge barrel. Okay. I'm kind of scared to see what this shell's actually going to do, because, that's a little bit too big with all these gauge increasers. I might have to take a few off. But, we can test it out right now. So, let's add a local weapon controller. AI, let's get the weapon controller right here in the front. Okay. We'll get a failsafe on one of this. And we'll get a receiver. So again, AI will get a receiver real quick. Right there. And then we're just gonna build on the platform right here a giant metal vault. Yeah, I'm hoping. Look how big this thing is. I might have to decrease the gauge on it and put more high explosive, because the recoil on that thing is insane. So I'm just going to go take some blocks real quick. And just some metal beams. And then we can fill this thing up with ammunition. Because the ammunition's got to be protected. Okay, and then let's put a second wall on it. I'm not going to put a second wall on the back. Just the front. And that one side, possibly, maybe the other side. Just a little bit. Because I don't want the ammo exploding and then big mess happens. Okay, let's fill it up with ammunition. right there. Ammunition, all packed inside of it. And then we'll just grab some 3 beams and put them right there. Perfect. This thing is loaded and ready to go, so let's put down an AI. Right now, we're going to put down the mainframe. And once we get the mainframe down, we're just going to see how good this gun does. Put a few connectors, wireless transmitter right on top. Let's get some card slots right there. And then with the card slots, we'll get a target prioritization card and an aim selection card. And then we'll give it a naval card, even though it's not really a boat. But that's so I can put the AI in combat mode. So let's warp up here. I fell off, fortunately. Okay. We're going to put this in combat mode. I'm going to go get my guy, and I'm going to hide behind here. We're going to load in a paddle boat, and we're going to see how well this does. So, from the near Deepwater Guard, paddle boat, and we'll put it on the Deepwater Guard.
Gun returning off.
Okay, there it goes. What? You're telling me it missed? Oh, I don't think I put a tracking on this thing. Ooh, that's kind of bad. Does that worry me? Yes, it does. Okay, it's firing a second shell. Huge explosion. I don't know if it's worth the reload if it's worth the gauge on here. 16-second reload. I can put more high explosive on here and decrease the gauge. Because it would probably do better with more. So let's go edit this gun real quick. It does not need that much gauge, I mean, for real. That's quite a bit of... And it's kind of destroying the ship now. Which is fine, because... Let it destroy the ship, but we're going to see how it does with the new system I'm going to try. Yep, it killed the ship. So this cannon's much better, a little bit bigger. I cannot find the main... There we go. Oh, I could just remove that and... I'll put some more gauge back. And then we'll put some more high explosive on here. I want as much high explosive as I can get. I'm going to put some... Actually, I'm going to save that spot, and I'm going to put a predictor. Which, it just... Yeah, it's something we need. For the rest of this, where the gauge is gonna go, remove that and then just put gauge through the whole back right here. Okay, that looks pretty fair. What's the recoil? Okay, let's test out this new gun design that we have. A little bit It's still 5 wide, but it's getting pushed towards the back more, which is kind of bad. One hit will do a mass damage to your ship. Okay, are you ready to see this new cram cannon design put into action? Okay, so let's load in another paddle gun. Let's turn it into off
Battery turning
mode.
off.
It always misses on the first shot because it's falling and it feels like it's a predictor. So it's gonna assume it's going at the same velocity. Okay, let's watch it. We put a whole bunch more. Yes, look at the high explosive damage on that. By adding all those extra high explosives and decreasing the gauge, it fires much faster and puts a much bigger punch into the gun. Look at that. This ship's basically dead. Right now, the ship just lost all of its cannons, if you were wondering what happened. Here comes in for a third shot. That's a winning design. That's a great cannon. But unfortunately, the recoil is still extremely high, and we don't know the range of the gun. So let's go back and let's see. Yeah, that ship's dead. I'm not sure if we're gonna be streaming more Skyrim today. Possibly later tonight will be some Skyrim Remastered if you guys want to see that. I don't do the Skyrim streaming, but I can always get Gabe to do some Remastered. So I'll tell him that we should probably do some Skyrim Remastered tonight. You want to put in a moving target? Okay. So let's armor this thing up. And let's put it against an Atlas, which was the big giant ship that took us out last time, if you were wondering. Let's make sure it's sloped because we want metal blocks. Oh, that is far. Okay, let's get some metal blocks right here. Kinda scared. Counting another beam right there, and let's just get a... I'm trying to armor this up because when I do a moving target, the moving target will be fighting back. Which is good because I want to make sure, I want to see how this thing holds up. But I'm just trying to armor it up before we send it into battle. You know what I'm saying? So let's get some more right there. Now let's get some more metal block. Let's get a 3-beam. That looks actually pretty good. That looks pretty good. If I do say so myself. I want this thing to look... Well, the reason I want it to be smooth with these transitions is not for aesthetics. I mean, part of it is aesthetics. But we have to make sure this thing can deflect bullets. So the more smooth / dynamic it looks, the more possibility it will be able to deflect some bullets. Just trying to copy this onto the other side. Now you want to go with the highest beam count, like this will probably be pretty good. Gives you more armor. And then this one can be 4-beamed right there. And then we can get a metal block going right there. This is a pretty big gun. Sorry if I'm not looking at the chat. I'm gonna reread some of the stuff. Unfortunately, guys, we will not be here for Thanksgiving Day. So we won't be able to upload or stream. I might be able to do a pre-upload and then upload it Thanksgiving Day with a Wings of Duty. I can get Gabe to do, possibly. But we won't be here Thanksgiving. Okay, so what do you guys think about the armor on this ship? Because, to be honest, I don't know. I mean, it looks cool, right? That's a plus. There we go. So far, that's how our cannon's looking. We have these things sticking out on the side. So those are some weak points, I'd say. Like, I mean, I can't do anything without compromising the look of the gun. Or I can't do it without making this thing... I'd have to make this thing bulkier, and I don't really want to do that. And I don't want to put these 3 slopes on the back either. I have to go with 3 slopes because I want this thing to be able to lean backwards, and by doing that, we won't be able to allow this to lean backwards. Okay. So let's put that right there, and that's it. That's our gun. Are we ready to put this up against a real target? And let me just paint this thing real quick. Because, you know, you gotta get some cool paints on here. I didn't put anything on the back yet, because I'm not even sure if we're going to do any, like, if we're gonna even need to armor it, because the back won't be facing anything. But there we go. There's the new armored cannon. It's a lot bigger, so we're going to have to put it on a bigger ship. But are we ready to test it out? I think we're ready to test this thing out. If you agree. If you don't agree, well, too bad. This thing is a super high explosive cram cannon with a reload time of 10 seconds. A shell diameter, it's 1,200 millimeter bullets. These are 1,200 millimeter shells, and it does 16,000 explosive damage with a 40-meter radius. The gun also does 974 kinetic damage, and the armor piercing value of 3.4, which is extremely low because we did not make these armor piercing bullets. But that's fine, because we're not going for armor piercing, you know. The recoil is over 2,000, and the inaccuracy is 0.3 degrees. So it's pretty accurate. It's going to be 0.3 degrees off on average. Oh yeah, this is huge. These 1,200 millimeter shells. Okay, now let's put it up against the ship. Now, the first test I'm going to do is a maneuverability test. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop on next to this cannon, and we're going to see... So now let's follow the bullet and let's see how far it goes. Yeah. That's not extremely far. I wasn't really paying attention to the distance. But let's find out meters. I'd say it's about, I don't know how far that is, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure there's a way to find out. But now that we know the gun can still rotate, and it can still pitch up slightly, I think we're ready to test this thing out. Let's load in a moving target. Perhaps the Atlas. Okay. Atlas loaded in. The Atlas has a cannon. This is a cram cannon, if you're wondering. It's super tiny, though. So it's not very effective. And let me just take some cover. So I think we did hit somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. The Atlas is pitching up, so I don't think we're able to shoot at it. It's out of our range, I think. We need to build anti-aircraft guns. That's what we need to do. But let's put the Atlas a hole further back so our gun can actually get a few shots on it. Okay. Now let's watch. Hopefully the gun will come in. Hopefully the Atlas will come in range. I think the range is not that far on this gun. I think it's got to be pretty close combat for the gun to actually fire, but this thing might get out of its elevation super quick. Come on, aim up. The gun's not aiming up at all. I don't think it can see it. Which reminds me, options. Game configurations. Okay, should be able to see it. We're taking heavy damage on our wooden... Oh, it's firing, it's firing. It's in range now. Fire. Fire. Why is it not firing? Because the accuracy, it wants to be so accurate it won't fire unless it knows it's gonna hit. First of all, I'm gonna have to build on this to help it. So cram cannon looks like it's more for a boat type situation. Okay, that's what I thought. We do not, for our cram cannon, we do not have a predictor, which is something all cram cannons should have. It's just gonna go right there. Okay, and then we can put back the blocks on here. So let's go with a force load. Okay, sorry about this, guys. I'm just gotta fix up some things. Just put back to 0. Green, and then we can get a 2-beam green, and then the rest can be. Okay, now that's got a shot predictor. Let's not spawn in a flying vehicle, but instead we'll go with a boat because this cram cannon looks more like it's for boats. So let's go for a... I'm trying to find a paddle gun real quick. Okay. Now this is a huge paddle gun. Okay, we missed our first shot like expected. Okay, we're firing. Shell coming in. Please don't miss. That might be a miss. Oh, it scraped the side, but it took off a whole bunch of armor on it. Okay, fire again, fire again, fire again. Perfect. Ooh, deflected. There's a shield in front. No, there's a shield in front. And our gun is being pummeled. That's the death of our gun. Okay, destroy enemy vehicles. Let's go into repair mode real quick. We lost the gun, but we're building a new one. How about we'll test it? So, it does do damage. Hey, welcome, Jackson. I didn't see you. I was... Yeah, I'm Alex. By the way. Welcome, guys, to the stream. So what happened is this paddle gun has a shield, and I didn't really build any armor-piercing guns to destroy the shield, or any EMP bullets. So let's go with a... We gotta find a type of boat that is easy to take out. I know the baby paddle gun is super easy, but I don't want to go against something super easy. I want something with mild difficulty. Like, look at that. I mean, we missed, but we always miss the first shot. Second shot, now it's gonna hit, and let's see how much damage it does. Boom, it's like an instant kill to this thing. The guns are still firing. We didn't really hit the guns, but, oh. Yeah, we're taking off all the armor on the side of this. Okay, third shot coming in, should take it out. There we go. Yep, and that's the death of the power gun. Now, they didn't really hit... They did take off some armor. I don't think they did. Yeah, I think we held up pretty well. Okay, let's try one-upping it. We can put these things on, like, on a boat eventually, when we decide to build a boat. So, yeah, that was pretty good. We took him out. I don't know what's the limit with this thing, so let's one-up it with a... I've never seen this ship before, but it looks like it's OP. It's a chicken! It's a chicken! No! We're dying! Okay, that's an OP chicken. OP chicken. It's a flying chicken. Okay. What gun is... What are these? Pretty sure these are cram cannons. Oh no, they're advanced cannons. Look at that. Bunch of bombs. Destroy enemy. You know what? Enemy wins on that one. How about we save this design before anything bad happens? There are still bombs in the water. Are you kidding? Okay, so let's save this design real quick. We'll save subject. And we're going to call it the... HE cram cannon. So it's the high explosive. And now we can place as many of them as we want. Which I'm not going to do. Because I kind of like this thing, but the recoil is still insane. But if we wanted to, we can probably place one on one of each other. Okay. Let's try getting out of build mode. Let's see how... Okay, knock it off. I'm gonna load in one more vehicle. I really want to find something that we're able to take out with this thing. Oh, it's a Drake. Okay, so Drakes are these really fast-moving planes. But I kind of spawned them in the water, so... Oh, there he goes. I don't think our cannon will be able to hit the Drake. Drakes have a cram cannon on it. Yeah, we can't get that much elevation. Dang, their rockets are really good too. We might need to start stealing some designs from these planes and stuff. You know what we should do? We should probably build a plane. Possibly. Or an airship with some cannons on it. I mean, we can make pretty tiny cannons, so it's not like it's impossible. I don't know. I'm trying to find more boat-type ships that we can take out, but I don't really know the Deepwater Guard's inventory that well. These are fortresses. Oh, this looks like a boat. The Corsair. That's a boat. Hit him. Ooh, it's a fast-moving boat, too. Okay, we are taking damage to the ammo hold. Okay, let's see. Do we get a cram cannon shot on him? Nope, we missed. He's moving out of range. Ooh. He's hitting our cram cannon from the back, which I did not want to happen. Why isn't the cram cannon turning? Because I think we lost the AI. That's why. We lost the AI, so the cannon was offline. You know what, if we can take out a Corsair with this cram cannon, I think we'll know we got a winning design. Okay, you know what we'll do? We need to start working on some different cannon designs. Or maybe we should start working on a ship. You know what? Distracting me. I'm not sure what I want to do. Hey, welcome, Vincent, to the stream. We're working on different cannon designs, and we built this cram cannon. It's not really the best, but now I'm just going to build a very outrageous cram cannon design. Like, super outrageous. Maybe we can put one on top of the other. We can do that. Okay, we just put cram cannon. Wait, why didn't it place? Why is it not placing? It's only placing two blocks. I don't know what's going on here. Oh well. Oh, now it's working. What? Okay, now we got an army of turrets. Out of build mode. And let's just spawn in an enemy ship and see what 3 cram cannons will do to it. Like a Corsair. Okay, Corsair has super long-range guns. Okay, fire. 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 I have no idea what's happening to this. Okay. The boat is literally killing itself because it's not in range of the cannons. And the boat's falling over. I'm not G-Knight. I don't do the Skyrim, so unfortunately I do not remember anybody. Well, we did design one cannon. I'm gonna start making videos instead of live streams soon because live streams are kind of boring in my opinion. But once when I start getting some things built, I'll finally start working on the campaign, which the campaign is more fun in my opinion. And we can start building some ships. But I'm going to take like a literal 2-minute break, so I'll be right back. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. We got some cannons done, but we're definitely going to have to work on some newer ships. The video should be more interesting, so live streams are really just for you to watch me build the cannons and stuff. So you don't really have to, like, enjoy them or anything. So, thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Or just shut down your computer.